Hey guys, welcome to Sid Talks. I'm your host, Nia Ramirez. Here we talk about the messies, the healings, the moments in between of life that we tend to hide. And as the new year approaches, it's almost Christmas and almost time to go home for the holidays. Those who are like studying abroad, maybe not abroad, maybe abroad. I don't know. I don't know how that works. And those who like live on campus, it's almost time to pack up, go home. I live at home, so I'm just gonna be sleeping all day once I finally get some rest. And I wanted to talk about was learning how to just enjoy the moment you're in. This is something I struggle with every now and then because recently I've been hectics. I have been insanely busy because of finals and generally probably isolated myself pretty heavily among my friends. And while I didn't want to, it wasn't something I could have just been like, oh, I'm just gonna not self isolate. No, I did that subconsciously, unconsciously, because I genuinely just wanted to like finish my studies, finish my exams, study for my finals, and I still have finals to study for as I speak. And I was like, wow, life is just so chaotic, so insane. And right now, I'm looking outside at a window. Let me just say this, so that's why I'm staring off screen. Um, but as I'm looking outside, it just got me thinking. I felt so at peace this morning despite waking up next to my very loud cousin and sister screaming in my ears the K-pop hunter music. I love it, don't get me wrong, but like not the thing I want to be waking up to after not sleeping until like 5 a.m. because I was working on projects again all day. And I was like, wow. And then like eventually they ended up falling asleep or taking a nap. I don't know. The room just got quiet is what I know. And I look out the window and the sun is setting. Not setting, but it's settling. And now there's snow out there and it's like, wow. It's really the little things that I take for granted because as I'm recording this, I'm by myself, I'm isolated. Let me just say I was working on a criminology report earlier also, so that's a lot. So as I'm sitting here, I'm kind of just thinking like, when did I forget to take a step back? Because while yeah, I'm rushing to get all of these assignments done, I'm rushing to finish everything. It's just so insane how I can honestly just forget about the world and all of my basic human needs until I finish projects and exams and papers and studying and just staying up until 5 in the morning just to finish and turn in some projects. And even after I turn those in, I can't fall asleep because I'm just like zoning out into the air and thinking, what do I have to do next? What is left? Oh my God, did I do this? Did I do that? Do I even have to do this? Do I even have to do that? And it's just like my brain just can't shut off for whatever reason. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. I mean, hello, there's a bunch of students out there, not just university students, although that is my main target, but also families. Like I'm pretty sure there's like people working that are like, oh my God, I have so many deadlines to meet by the end of the month, end of the year, and people who are just like, wow, like I gotta lock in, I gotta finish certain topics, I gotta finish certain reports, I gotta do this with the kids, and it's just like, wow, life just is never really on pause. And I remember when I used to be able to get more into like mindfulness things, just like meditating, journaling. And I actually wish I had my journal right now. Like, this would have been the perfect time for me to journal. Let me just say that. And, I'm thinking about it. It's like, if I just take like this quick 5 minute meditation, like, I could honestly just zone out at this window and just stare at it all day. I realistically know because I have to go home back to the city, which is like a 2 hour drive that I'm doing, and then look for parking, and then wake up in the morning and go to class. But right now, I could honestly just look outside this window all day. It's just so insane how little you can see into the whole world. How a window is just there. How the moment can just be frozen and you're just sitting there. And it's so insane how you learn how to take a step back because you would think like, oh my God, my mind is hectic. I have so many things to do. But the moment you just kind of let go for a bit and just sit there in silence or just sit there and not think as much as you normally do, And you just sit there and just examine what you're doing. You look at everything you have done so far, and you're like, yeah, I had to do this, but like I also did this earlier. I did that. And it's like, wow, I really take time for granted. Like I honestly wish I could have lived somewhere where time just feels so slow as it does when I'm upstate. And it's so insane how life is just so peaceful once you get away from a hectic place or an environment that tends to make you feel very, very anxious and very unsafe at times. The amount of times I feel like I am, in a way, bothering someone or bothering anyone is just so draining, mentally draining. And at times when you just get away and just wander off with yourself, go out and just be away in your own mind and just take a walk. Like honestly, taking a walk helps. Like I remember, like I was like, why would I take a walk? Like that's so dumb. Like who has time to take a walk? But I literally used to take walks all the way from 34 Harlan Square to Canal Street, which is like what, a 40-minute walk? Just listening to a podcast and listening to music and just being in my head. I'm like, not in my head, but like for the first time feeling like I had nothing in my head, but just admiring the scenery. And it was all of Broadway I would walk. And I was like, wow, it's so insane how people have their lives. And this would be after classes I had like almost every day. This is back when I was a freshman in college. I would do this. And to this day, I miss doing those walks because my mind hasn't been the same since I stopped. But like, I'm never on that campus anymore. Okay, once a week. But I'm just not there often. And instead, I'm actually more upstate, which is like you would think it's like it is peaceful actually. But the thing I don't like is that all of my classes are in one building. So if I want to go out, I have to forcefully get myself up and wander off to a different building, or maybe going down a track, a path, maybe down the road, maybe not down the road, but just exploring the area and honestly just getting out of those environments that tend to drain you at times and make you feel like you're blocked in and locked in to the place that you are. Like sitting at a desk forever or just sitting in an office for days and just your main focus is the screen. Like I feel like I haven't even looked at the screen today much. That's a lie. I was just looking at it. But like in the moment that I started recording, I was drifting off, looking outside because genuinely it's not even much. Like it's a tree behind a tree with another tree and houses and it's like wow. Something so simple that I take for granted and it's just so peaceful. While the sun is setting behind it and the clouds are beautiful and now a bird, it's like wow. Like honestly, you'll be surprised how much life just changes your minds when you just go outside and like do literally anything. Heck, take a different road, take a different shortcut. Maybe don't take the fast way home. Take a longer route, you know? Or maybe just maybe turn off the music and just sit there in silence. Maybe not silence. Let's say you're taking the bus, taking the train, and just sit there and just put the phone down and look up. You'll be surprised how many times you just put your phone down while you're in the subway and you glance up, you look around and you see like almost everyone's on their phone. Except for like one person or two, when where did that go? Except for like one or two people. But besides that, you'll be surprised how much time you really spend on your phone and on media, not just locked in. It's like you have a simple routine every single day, and that routine is just being like on your phone doom scrolling. I should know because I do that a lot actually, and it's something that genuinely drains me mentally also, and something like I hate doing. And I don't know why I got back into it. I think I just needed to like force myself to wake up, and like my brain will wake up when my phone talks back to me or something. It doesn't work, and if anything, it makes it worse. So I would heavily not recommend doing that early in the morning. But basically, this video is for those who feel like they're so blocked in life and there's nothing they can really do and all you can really just do is just appreciate what you have right now and just look at a different angle, like look at a different corner of the room, just zone out, and maybe not zone out, maybe just change your attention from one thing to another. And that's something I would also say for life. when you're very negative minded, sometimes it's because you're just looking at life one way. There's always opportunities, there's always optimism if you just go looking for it. And that's something I hope you guys take this today and maybe journal about it. That's something I have done actually. I love journaling. I miss it, I really do. And hopefully during winter break, not winter break. Actually, yeah, during winter break, I'll hopefully get back into that. That's gonna be my resolution for this month, starting the 14th. And yes, Professor, this is the 14th as I am filming this the day before it's due. And please have mercy. Okay, bye bye, you guys.